The Make Noise Morphagene has quickly become one of my favorite modules. The Morphagene is a Eurorack sampler and microsound module that records audio, slices it into pieces, and transforms it into evolving textures through granular style manipulation. Think of it as a tape machine plus a granular engine that lets you bend, stretch, layer, and reorganize sound in beautifully experimental ways. I've played with it for all of 2 days, I think, but wanted to share with you some of my first impressions. Today I'll go over the basic layout of the module, sort of explain the knobs and buttons on the front panel, share a few patches that I made with it, and discuss some of the ways I think this could be a really useful tool in your setup. But spoiler alert, this thing is a f***ing monster. Hi, I'm Ryan from Amberell. I picked this module up on Reverb a few months back. As soon as I got it, life decided it would be a great time to get really busy, and I had like 0 time to explore it. After a few weeks and a few more module purchases, sorry lady, I ran out of space in my case and decided I wouldn't load it up until my new case was ready to go. You know what, it doesn't matter. But that is a good reminder for me to let you know that this video is timestamped, so feel free to whatever section you want. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I finally got it hooked up into my case a few days ago, and I have fallen in love with it. I mean, I knew why I got it. I knew it could do some really cool granular things and be sort of a tape machine, but I didn't expect it to be this instantly inspiring. Within minutes, I was getting these beautiful ambient tones without really even trying. It honestly feels like an ambient cheat code. Let's look at the general idea behind Morphagene. The module takes a reel and lets you break that reel down into splices, genes, or grains, and lets you play with the start time of those grains. If you aren't familiar with granular synthesis, I think a better way to understand it is to compare it to something like a book. We get it, you read now. Think of a reel as a full chapter. The splices are paragraphs inside that chapter, and the grains are the tiny words or sentences that make up all of it. Once you pick the slice of the chapter you want, the slide knob lets you move around inside it, like choosing which word or sentence to start on. Now, to be honest, when I first thought of using it, I was a bit intimidated. Not to make any enemies at Make Noise, but all their front panels have a confusing look to them in my opinion. Not that they are confusing, just at first glance, especially to a beginner, they can definitely look that way. Maths? Renee? I mean, what the f? But this module couldn't be easier to understand once you start using it. On the front panel, you have inputs. You don't actually need to input anything. You can play any audio files you want by loading them onto the SD card. But if you want to record something and mangle it, which is what I ended up playing with, you input them here. Once you hit record, you can just play in your reel. Just hit record to stop the recording, and your recording will start to play back. I just said recording a lot. The morph knob chooses your start time. The more you turn it up clockwise, your splice will start to layer back onto itself. The gene size or grain size is set with this knob here. The start time is set with the slide knob here, and all of those can be controlled with CV. The splice button takes your reel and splices it into 2 sections. And then you can switch between the splices with the organize knob, which is CV controllable, or you can press the shift button, or you can control the shift button with a trigger. The varispeed can speed up or slow down your audio. When the color is green, it's at the original speed and pitch. And going counterclockwise past noon, the audio will play in reverse. In reverse, green is also the original speed and pitch, just in reverse. And that's the basic functionality. There's definitely more I could go into, but I'd rather wait until I have a better handle on this thing before I start going too deep on here. Don't want to get stuff wrong. I'll just say that my mind is already racing with potential possibilities. Anyways, let's listen to some of the examples. The examples will be dry at first, and then I'll replay the same examples through the effects chain. Probably just reverb, but we'll see. My first impressions are that this thing is great for sort of static ambient music, making nice drones with some good reverbs, and creating great granular soundscapes for you to play over. Now, I'm sure the more I dig into it over the weeks and months ahead, the more uses I'll find and the more creative I can get with the patching. I just really wanted to share this with you today because if you can't tell already, I'm a pretty big fan. If you have any questions about it, please leave them in the comments. I tried to respond to all of them. And as of now, I'm planning on doing another video on this that goes a little deeper into the functionality and potential patch ideas. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in down in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.